Imagine waking up tomorrow and no one knows who you are. There's no name attached to your face, no reputation following you into the room, no past achievements, no visible failures, no expectations to live up to. At first, that idea feels unsettling, almost threatening, but then something unexpected happens. Your mind begins to feel lighter. Because much of what we call identity is not who we truly are. It's who we've been trained to be in the eyes of others. From a very early age, your brain learns who you are socially. It watches how people react to you and slowly builds a sense of self from those reactions. Praise becomes part of your identity. Criticism becomes part of your identity. Labels settle in quietly and start shaping your behavior. Over time, your nervous system learns something subtle but powerful. Staying consistent feels safer than being authentic. When people know who you are, your brain works to protect that image, not because it's accurate, but because it's familiar. This is why change feels so uncomfortable, not because it's difficult, but because it threatens recognition. Now imagine a different scenario. No one knows you at all. Your brain no longer needs to perform. It no longer needs to explain itself or defend old versions of you. The pressure to be consistent begins to dissolve. Without an audience, behavior changes. Research shows that when social observation disappears, people become less reactive, less performative, and more internally guided. The brain shifts from social survival to internal regulation. You stop asking, how will this be perceived? And you start asking, how does this actually feel? That shift alone changes the way decisions are made. But there's an uncomfortable side to this too. When no one knows who you are, there's nothing to hide behind, no role to play, no image to maintain. Your brain is forced to sit with itself, and that's when discomfort often surfaces. Restlessness becomes noticeable. Avoidance patterns become obvious. Emotional hunger can no longer be masked. Identity often acts like anesthesia. When it's removed, sensation returns. This is why silence and solitude feel threatening to so many people. They remove the mirror. But something else begins to emerge as well. Creativity increases. Decisions become simpler. Values start to clarify. Without an audience, the brain no longer optimizes for approval. It starts optimizing for coherence. You begin to notice what you actually enjoy, not what fits the version of yourself you've been maintaining. You notice what drains you, what excites you, what feels aligned rather than impressive. This is why many people feel unexpectedly alive when they move to a place where no one knows them. The nervous system finally relaxes. Here's the paradox. The more you rely on being known, the less you truly know yourself. And the more comfortable you become with being unknown, the clearer your inner compass becomes. This isn't about disappearing from the world. It's about loosening the grip that identity has on your behavior. You don't need to erase who you are. You need moments where you're not performing it. Moments without explanation, without branding, without narrative. Because clarity doesn't come from refining your image. It comes from noticing who you are when no one is watching. So here's the real experiment. What would change if you stopped protecting who you've been known as? What choices would feel lighter if no one was keeping score? And who might you become if being unknown stopped feeling like a threat? This is Unveil, the mind revealed.